Yeah, what's good, everybody? Welcome back. Feeling super happy because it's working. And these videos are working, which is great. Ooh, better hit the timer and keep these videos short so YouTube doesn't spank me. Delicious spanking. Okay, so we have done a bunch of cue points and play. So now we're going to map these kill buttons. What do? They sound like this. So we hit play. Bye-bye lows, bye-bye mids, bye-bye highs. This is super handy, especially because we're just using the keyboard. All right, let's go ahead and do that. Go up to this motherfucker here, excuse my French. We're gonna go add in. This is where it gets a little bit tricky. We need to go to the mixer. We need to go to the EQ because that's what we're filling with, and then you can see high kill. Boom, hit that. Same thing, we want the deck A, and we want it to learn. I like to use the apostrophe, the quotation marks right next to the enter key, and let's do that. Boom. It's a hold. We want this to be toggle, so we hit it once, it does the thing, hit it again, it does another thing. All right, let's just make sure that son of a bitch is working. Whoop. Probably isn't, but let's try it anyway. All right, so let's do that for deck B, duplicate it. Deck B. I like the high kill to be the question mark and backslash button on my keyboard. It's directly below it, so it's next to the shift key. Boom, I hit that and then toggle. All right, now we can't duplicate this high kill again, so we need to add in. We're going to go to mixer, whoops, EQ again, and this time we're going to go mid kill. Boom, device target, deck A. I like to use the colon/semicolon because it's next to the quotation marks one. Okay, we want this to be toggle. Let's duplicate it and do this for deck B. Boom, and we're going to make this the full stop button. Boom, nice one. Okay, and let's add one more, and this is going to be, you guessed it, it's going to be the low kill. So we go to EQ and low kill. Boom. I want this to be deck A, and it's going to be the L key. Boom, and it's going to be a toggle. Cool, let's duplicate that and let's make it for deck B, and this one's going to be the comma. Boom, toggle, cool. All right, so yeah, deck A, deck B, let's have a try. Let's see if this works. If it doesn't work, we're going to throw our computers off a bridge. Here we go. Yes, it works. Yes. Okay, so this is super handy now. So now we don't need to use our mouse to try and manipulate these at the same time because it's impossible. What we're going to do is we'll just press play, and if we're doing our set or get a loop going, if I want to kill the mids or the lows or whatever, I just hit my button. So L is the low kill. Cool. Let's sync this one up. This one is the master at the moment, so let's sync up this one and launch clip 2 by loop 2 by pressing the the W key on our keyboard. Okay, now let's do what's called a base swap. So this one on deck A is already off, so we've killed the lows on that, and we've got the lows coming through on this. So let's just now press both buttons at the same time, so the L and the apostrophe, and it looks like this. So that's a base swap. And let's do that again. Cool. Now that's a super simple technique. Let's get rid of the hi-hats on deck A. It's pissing me off. Let's do that swap. And you get the idea. All right, so now we don't really need to use our mouse for these mixes. It's super handy. I'm glad that worked, because if it didn't, I was nearly gonna cry. Okay, cool. So we've got our high, mids, and lows killed. Let's talk about this little beastie here. If we slide this all the way over, we're just going to get... let's change this out. We'll just turn these down a touch. Okay, so we're all the way over to the left, and if we hit number 2 over here, we'll launch this bad boy, sync it up. Boom. Okay, so we're only getting, obviously, deck A. If we slide it over, we get both. And then if we slide it over, we we just get deck A. Sorry, deck B. Deck B. Double click it, brings it to the start. You can use the crossfader if you like. I like to use these two faders. Gives me just a little bit more control. But it's totally up to you. Do what works for you. If you want, you can map this to your keyboard. It's a bit of a son of a bitch, but you can do that if you want. I personally don't, because we've already got the high, mids and lows kills. Happy with that? Awesome. This one here is your pan. So left and right. Left and right. And then you've got your effects up here. So the effects are pretty awesome as well. With your effects panel, you've got your loop recorder, don't worry about that. So if you click your drop down boxes, you've got all your effects here. I like this delay T3, it's an awesome sound. Shout out to Lars Barenroth from Deeper Shades of House, got me onto this one. Then we'll put a reverb and flanger, and let's have a listen to what they do. Okay, so we turn on, effects panel 1 is now on A, then we turn on this effect. So this is the dry and wet. So dry means there's nothing, wet means it's 100% affected. Now I like this for deep house because it's a cool, subtle little effect. So let's turn it off. Let's turn it back on, crank it up a bit. It's got that nice like fractal. Cool. So when I use effects, you just want to be super gentle with them. And here's a good example of, you can hear that already manipulating, and it's not even turned up very much. If we turn it up a lot, you've probably heard that effect. That's called a flanger. It's way up. You would have heard a flanger and maybe a bit of verb as well, reverb. All right, you want to be super gentle with these, especially at the start. If you're swinging off the effects all the time, it gets super annoying. People will get pissed off. You want to let the songs, you know, do the work. People have written these beautiful songs. They've got them just the way they like it. Effects are cool if you like doing some transitions, but just be gentle with them, okay? EDM, dubstep, things like that, they probably use a lot of them, but you just want to be super gentle. I've seen people swing off the effects pedal, just it affects things so much and it pisses me off. It's just too much trickery, and it also sort of reduces the quality of the track as well, because it's adding this effect, obviously. See, look at the flange. It's barely on, but it's doing so much. You can hear it. Let's turn this T3 on. So yeah, you can still hear in the background there. It's got quite a long tail there. All right. And obviously if we go over here, we can get this sample, this effect rack over here. And we want to make this a group, which we'll get into in the next one. But there you go. So yeah, if we want this, now number 2, effects panel 2 is affecting deck A. So let's see what that does. It's a delay, a bit of filter there. Oh, there goes my alarm. Okay, so I got to keep this video. I got to stop this video now because I got to keep them under 10 minutes. All right, cool bananas. I'm glad that we got that done. That's made me happy. See you in the next video.